Hi guys, it's Mr. B here, and today we're looking at something that's really quite important in our work, and it's looking at improving our sentences, making our sentences better so we can produce the best writing that we can. Now, I love reading books and I love writing as well, and I love when children bring me pieces of work that I can see real effort have gone into and really create pictures in my mind. But that isn't easily done. It's something that has to be worked on and something that has to be perfected. And we're going to look at one of the ways we can do it here. Now, we have a simple sentence here. The dog ran. Pretty simple, I think you'll agree. And it technically is a simple sentence. Okay. We can improve on this. We can make this better. So we're going to look at 4 different ways we can make them better. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to add a fronted adverbial. Now, if you're not sure what a fronted adverbial is, okay, I have made a video on them. If you click up there now, it will take you to fronted adverbials and you can have a look what they are. But we're just going to add one in here. So we've got the dog ran. So what I'm going to put in, I'm going to put in how the dog ran. Okay, and this is one of our ly adverbs. Okay, front adverbial needs our comma. So suddenly, now we've got my determiner, and what I'm going to add in next is a really good part as well. These are adjectives. We all know what they are, the words that are describing, and they describe, give some more information about a noun. So we've got one noun in our sentence, the dog. So I'm going to add some adjectives in there to describe the dog. We'll put them in red so we can see them. Okay, so it's a small dog, so it's going to be tiny, harmless. Tiny, harmless dog. Okay, now this is really where you can get creative, because there are some adjectives that people use a lot of the time and they get used over and over again. There are some really good adjectives out there that hardly ever get used. Pick up a thesaurus, okay? Have a look in there. The word that best describes what you're trying to explain, okay? Get that one down. This is where you can really set your work apart from different other people, sorry. So, what we're going to look at now, we've got fronted adverbial, we've got an adjective in there. What we're now going to put in is a relative clause. Again, if you're not sure what a relative clause is, up there you should be able to click and you'll be able to see my video on main relative clauses. It'll tell you how to put them in, how to use them. Now, I'm going to do this one in green, okay? So it's a relative clause, we need to start with a relative pronoun. So we're going to start with who, because we're talking about the dog. Let's think about some extra information that's not completely essential to the sentence. The dog who dreamed of being bigger. Suddenly, the tiny harmless dog who dreamed of being bigger. Okay, and you comment in my relative clause. I've got my last word, ran. And the last thing I'm going to add in, a subordinating clause, okay? Don't like to repeat myself over and over, but if you click up there is a video on main clauses and subordinating clauses. That'll tell you what a subordinating clause is, okay? Once you've looked at that, we can add them into our sentences, and that'll make this sentence a complex sentence as well. So, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to do that in green. The reason I did the relative clause and my subordinating clause, the reason I'm doing them in green is because relative clause are actually types of subordinating clause as well. Okay, so I need to put my relative clause there. Relative clause. And then now we're going to add a subordinating clause. Because I make all these videos about front adverbials, about relative clause, subordinating clauses, but it's no good if we can't use it to make our writing brilliant. Okay, so that's what we're looking at now. Okay, so don't need a comma because at the end of my sentence, I'm going to use my subordinate conjunction of so, and use suddenly the tiny harmless dog who dreamed of being bigger ran, so he would catch the intruder. Full stop, end it there. Okay, so if we have a look at the black words, which were our original sentence, we still have the dog ran, our simple sentence, in there. I haven't changed that. I've added different things that we can learn about and that we can use in our writing to improve it. So let's read the two sentences. The dog ran. Pretty boring. Suddenly, the tiny harmless dog, who had dreamed of being bigger, ran so he would catch the intruder. Okay? Great sentence, that, really setting the scene, telling us what the dog looks like, telling us how he's getting, how he's running. It's telling us that he's trying to catch the intruder, and we know that he's dreamed of being bigger. That's links in, because that's why he's trying to catch the intruder. We know he's tiny and harmless, so without this we might know, why is he doing that? Because he's dreamed of being a bigger dog, okay? Now, not all sentences you're going to be able to add all four of these things, but you've seen how I have with a simple sentence, been able to put them all in, and there's lots of different ways I could do that. I could use different adjectives, front adverb, as well as clause 1 and clause, depending on the situation, to change them, and it really brings our writing to life. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it helps improve your sentences. If you have, give it a thumbs up, give it a like down there, please. And if you want any more questions, anything like that, please obviously comment. I'll try and get back to you on here on the Facebook or the Twitter. And of course, if you know anyone else who you think this would help out, please share it, and hopefully we can help as many people as we can improve in their sentences. Okay, thanks for watching, and until next time, see you later.